Hello everyone, my name is Ark and welcome back to another action figure news update. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the brand new studio, RR Studio, that pretty much came out of nowhere. And we're going to be talking about their first major figure, a Perfect Cell. Now, this figure came out of nowhere, as I've mentioned. They really didn't have a name for themselves. No one knew who they were. Research was that there was pretty much nothing behind them. They had like nothing under their belt, at least anything that was like reputable. And they came out of nowhere, and for their big like initial figure to kind of put them into the third party space is a Perfect Cell. And they definitely bit off a lot more than what they could chew. Because looking through these pictures, this Perfect Cell looks ugly as all sin. And the craziest part is that the paint looks worse than the Dragon Stars. If you guys want to see, this Perfect Cell is arguably one of the best looking Perfect Cells as of currently. And a lot of people are using him to fit into the actual like collections because he looks fantastic. It's like perfect, literally. If my stupid Wi-Fi wants to load, I swear to God, while that does load, let's just continue looking at this. So according to the studio, due to a large amount of feedback, by the way, from the late March pre-order, that's what it was, late March, and various issues during testing, that is not good, by the way. When they tell you that they had various issues when testing the figure, the development has gone through multiple revisions, which caused delays compared to the original schedule. I'm pretty sure the figure was supposed to release very soon, like maybe next month. And yeah, it seems that it loaded. So look at how good this figure looks. Yeah, he still has like visible cuts and everything, but he looks great. Like this is definitely something that you could put on your shelf and make it feel natural. This cell over here is probably one of the ugliest things I've ever seen. He is not perfect. He looks worse than Imperfect Cell. And he's supposed to be perfect. This is supposed to be his shouting face. It looks like the GT shouting face that they had. You guys want to know how they ruined Cell and GT? Look at how he looked there. He was not looking perfect. And this figure does not look perfect either. So let's look at the key feature updates, or the key updates that they had. So head sculpt fully updated. They need to go back in the oven there. They need to go back in the kitchen and cook. And not even cook, just like start from scratch, because that's terrible. All facial expressions have been adjusted based on player feedback. No, these are all terrible. The smirking face looks ugly. This face looks atrocious. The only good face here is this one right here, and that's the deluxe face. This figure comes in the deluxe set. Look how shiny he looks. And even then, look at the picture of the actual figure. This is the render, and this is the actual picture. This is ugly. This is terrible. My God, how could they actually mess up so bad? Rad printing for eyes, mouth positions have been fine-tuned. Still room for improvement. Yeah, no shit. This figure is literally the ugliest thing I have seen from a third-party company. At least a third-party company that wants to be in the like echelons of like Kong Studios and Demoniacal Fit. And even now, Tansen Art Toys. The upper chest redesigned. Let's look at the upper chest more carefully. He's too bulky. Granted, he is supposed to be bulky, which is fine, but he can look slim and bulky at the same time, which is what he usually looks like. Like, let's look at this picture. That's not what I want. Damn it. Open image. Thank you. So if we look at Cell's build, this is like perfect. Almost. His torso is definitely too short here, but he's a giant bug monster, so I'm not really going to count that. Let me just look up Perfect Cell. If I can get a picture of him. So, yeah, this right here. Taking a look at him directly from the show, and even the manga as well. The manga and the show always have like different proportions for the characters, which is always dangerous when you're trying to make a figure, of course. But if they're trying to go with the more anime-like, he doesn't have bulging shoulders. He's not Ten Shinhan. If we go by the manga, yeah, he does have broad shoulders, but they're not that broad, where it looks like he's like expanding. Of course. Like, just looking at him, like, looking at this guy, comparing him to the Dragon Stars, yeah, this Dragon Stars is not perfect, but Dragon Stars looks a lot better than this. Look at the 3D printing on the wings. You can see the remains of the filament that they used. They didn't even sand this before fully painting it. Also, I don't think that these little like holes that he has, like the little dots and patterns, I don't think they should be like carved in. I think they should be more just painted on with how they did it over here with like the little edge underneath. They should be at the same level of the actual skin. The crossed arms look ugly. Two different, they can't even get their lighting right. This has yellow, this is a warm light. This is a cool light. They can't even get it right. Elbow articulation, elbows now bend beyond 90 degrees. Shoulder range is still being evaluated. Jesus. Actually, yeah, how are the shoulders going to work? Look at how ugly this looks. That's terrible. This is good right here. That's fine. They need to make this soft plastic. If they can't do that, he can get a T-pose, which is good. But still. It looks like it has good range. But also, the look of it doesn't look that good. So, let's keep going. Thigh rise improvement. Thighs can now raise up to 50 degrees, limited by the outer sculpt. What? Oh, okay. So they're trying to say they're saying that this goes to 50 degrees to the sides. So the splits are 50 degrees from down the middle. Makes sense. Okay, that's fine. Honestly, you would never get perfect splits with this guy, which is unfortunate. But that's what you're gonna have to do. Explosive ground pose, knee range. Joints have been optimized for smooth action. Knees now bend beyond 90 degrees. Okay. But he's not even touching his... You have the sculpt molded, so this touches here. And granted, this is probably not full, but it's going to look like one of those bendable bars. Like, if you have a bar bent, it's just going to look like rounded. It's not going to look correct. It's not going to look like an actual knee. Butterfly joint redesign, structure reworked. Butterfly joints now allow for Kamehameha pose style. Okay, fine. Fine. Doesn't look perfect still. But yeah, his design is definitely something that you would have to like kind of rework a lot, especially if you want the actual Kamehameha pose, or just don't make his chest super big. Neck upward range, limited by headgear design, which lacked original references. Huh? What do you mean lacked original references? Did they not? I mean, this is good range if this is what it looks like. But what did they mean which lacked original references? The head can still tip upward over 45 degrees. Foot grounding, this is actually pretty good. Martial artist, pretty good. Waist bending, as shown in the images, forward and backward waist flexion has been maximized. Paint application, the paint factory conducted multiple rounds of testing. They need to continue doing that. The current paint design has been revised several times, though it's not yet final. Hopefully. Remaining adjustments will not take much additional time. Additional content, more accessories may be added. One confirmed addition, Mini Cell Junior head inserted in the incubation birth location. They're gonna give him... It's kind of disgusting. They're gonna give him this. And they're gonna give him a Cell Junior head? Okay, fine. How long am I running this? Already 10 minutes. So I'm just gonna go through a couple of the comments of people talking about this. So I'm just gonna go through the comments, really. Nah, bro, this ain't it. All I want at all, I want a refund. It looks extremely cheap, like a knockoff model kit. That is what it reminded me of. It looks like a model kit. It looks like the model kits that Bandai has made for these figures. Usually, those model kits have a lot of gaps, even though they're just standing and all their joints are all together. And they have really puffy chests. So that's an issue. This one I can translate. It looks rare. It looks a little weird, but better than Bandai. Well, yeah, the Bandai is fucking 7 years old at this point. No fucking shit. Some people are like, it's not it. Some people are just posting the perfect Cell memes, of course. I feel like he's too shiny. I agree. He looks kind of wrong. I don't know what, though. Those knees look rough. I agree. Those knees look atrocious. I won my refund. Body looks decent, but the head sculpt doesn't. Everyone was hyping it up just for it to look like a Dragon Stars. Honestly, the Dragon Stars just looks better. Like, at least it's not full-on shiny. And he doesn't have, like, the massive gaps that this figure does. Granted, his torso is definitely too small. Like, this is too small. If I think this is too big, this is too small. But this is still way too big. This is too small. Like, I don't think I'm going to be able to edit it, but if I can, I'll put a picture on the screen right now. Yo, LOL, what the fuck? Those faces look rough. Holy hell. He looks mid. Thank God I pre-ordered the KW instead. Me too, honestly. This guy sold out in literally 5 minutes, by the way. He did not last long. And when I was trying to pre-order him, he sold out when I was in the cart. So I'm kind of glad that I didn't get it. Nah, bro, this ain't it. All I want is a refund. It looks... Oh, wait. Lamau. Please upgrade the faceplates. It looked better originally. It did. Did I just get scam dog? So this is the improved version. That's exactly what I was thinking. If they're saying this is the improved version, I want to know what the original one looked like. Like, I really want them to show us their previous model for this guy. Because this does not look anything like what they originally showed, by the way. Looks like a Dragon Stars plus 2 wide. Yes, he's a wide boy. I want my refund. Everyone... Oh, wait. I think we're just going through the motions now. Oh, yeah. I think getting the KW might have been the right choice. Nope. That one looks bad. The KW hasn't also had prototype pictures either, but they're more well-known, somewhat, than this studio, because this is the first thing, yeah, that they're making. I don't get the hate. This looks like straight heat. My guy, please. If you need glasses, get glasses. If you need to clean your eyes, please clean them. Yeah, like this is the biggest issue. I'm gonna kind of end it off here. Haters gonna hate. Bro, yes, of course it's gonna beat what the fuck we have now. That shit is old. Just wait until Bandai make their own, and people are gonna be like, oh, hell yeah, this beats everything. So, I'm gonna end it off here because this video is getting way too long. It's getting up to 15 minutes. And I don't want to keep you guys any longer. So, the biggest issue with this figure in third-party companies in general, and it's starting to happen a lot more, is that they're no longer just making bootlegs of SH figure arts. they're starting to do their own thing, which is fine. I think it's awesome that they're starting to do their own thing. I have nothing against it. I have a lot of demoniacal fit figures. I have some Kong figures. Hell, the best Broly that was released was by Kong Studios or Anime Mythos, Beast Deities, that sort of thing. But this guy was over $100 for a brand new studio that no one knows anything about, and it was over $100 for the deluxe edition. It does look kind of better than the Bandai one, because at a glance, it looks better. This doesn't look bad, like, he just looks too thick. But come on, it looks like a cheap model kit, I agree. The shininess and the proportions are completely off. This looks awful, it looks like the Cell figure from the 90s. Okay, I wouldn't go that far, because this is definitely nostalgia blindness, like, in terms of how you're looking at it, but I can somewhat agree. And then haters are gonna hate, it's like, yeah. Damn, this is rough. Not the sculpted holes. Hell not. Yeah, that's the thing I hate the most. Is the sculpted holes all throughout just look ugly. And he's gonna... If you think he looks bad under this lighting, he's gonna look worse under regular lighting. Because the shadows are just gonna be... The dark... The green... The dark green spots are just gonna look darker. Thank God I didn't pre-order this. Just needs better head and a matte coat. He needs more than that, really. They need to sand this. So they should have showed us something better. They should not have showed us this. Granted, we did need an update on this one, but it just looks funny. He's missing shading, perhaps a matte finish as well. A matte finish would definitely help the figure, but I'm not sure. How do I cancel? The faces are rough. Holy hell. Looks so whack. Damn. I think that's pretty much it. Airball. Sculpted holes? Hell no, that's some phobia. Yeah, so if you have a trypophobia, don't get this figure, because you're gonna be phobic the entire time. Might have dodged the bullet. Some off the faces. Cannot put my finger on it. Same with the shoulders, maybe too broad. The broadness on the shoulders is definitely accurate. Looks like a premium Dragon Stars. They gotta add some shading to this figure or something. Shading is not gonna help this. Sorry, this ain't it. All for proportions and faces are off. Thank you. Try again. I'm feeling it. Some people are just gonna be blinded because they don't care if it's a perfect product, even though this is super expensive. To get these faces, they're all different shades of purple. There's different shades everywhere. That's why I'm not buying any custom heads without seeing their side view. This looks like a model kit. Looks like doo-doo. Sort of looks like a video game version of him. That's what I was thinking that they were using. They were probably using the Dragon Ball FighterZ model for Cell, because that guy is definitely broad and chunky. Better than the official, in my personal opinion. Well, shit. Of course it's going to be better than the official. The official is old. Perfect Cell isn't perfect at all. I think I'm canceling. I don't like the faceplates. I think I should have gotten the KW. KW definitely the way to go. Faceplates need huge improvement. Say you lying. Memes. Yikes. Looks like a cheaper version of the figure Rise Cell. Yes. Will there be more pre-orders added? Hopefully not. Those faces definitely need some work. There's going to be another DKO and Daima Goku situation. Y'all are going to hate it now and glaze it later. I feel like this is going to happen. If they do improve on it, I'll back down. What a letdown. I'm not going to say that. I'm glad I pre-ordered the KW too. I don't want to view the face looks worse. The faces do look worse now. The faces are definitely ugly. This looks awful. Definitely a genuinely disappointment. Y'all mad as hell. Y'all bought this. Yeah, that's the biggest issue here. Is like a lot of people bought this, and I was going to as well, but I'm kind of glad that I didn't end up buying it, because it sold out almost instantly. So yeah, I'm just kind of glad that this figure is kind of failing. So let me know what you guys think about this, because I've been going on for 20 minutes at this point. I said I was going to stop at 15, but I'm sorry. I just wanted to go through pretty much all the rest of the comments. But let me know what you guys think. This figure looks absolutely atrocious in my opinion. I just don't have any hope for it. And if it does end up turning out like better, and they delay this figure by a couple of months to just fix the issues that are fairly clear in this, then I'm fine with it. Awesome. People got the perfect cell they wanted. This face just, the faces just don't look good. The body proportions also look off. Mostly because he has too broad of a shoulder, and he has super chunky legs. I don't get it. Like, he's supposed to be somewhat lean. But that's pretty much all the time I have for you guys today. Let me know what you guys think about this figure. Do you like it? Do you not like it? But besides that, I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.